legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, as is tradition before kickoff at Allegiant Stadium, just off the Strip in Las Vegas. Tonight, a good one on Thursday night primetime. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Las Vegas Raiders on Thursday night primetime. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The veteran Matt Prater has this one set to get started. And off we go from Allegiant Stadium. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the man who waited his turn, the 2020 first-rounder, Jordan Love.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
At the Eagles' 42.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Throwing on second down, Love. This one complete to Sutton. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Throw on the run is complete. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. A short gain down to the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he will take it in himself. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Raiders. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He's got it, and the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead.
Raiders 7, Eagles nothing.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's most valuable player in 2024 at quarterback, Josh Allen.
I think in today's modern NFL, if you had the ability to create a quarterback and all the qualities that come along with it, Josh Allen's at or near the top of the list. And what I mean by that, Mike, is he's big, he's mobile, he can run to escape, but he can also run as a designed option. And then, of course, in the passing game, he can make every throw. He's smart. He elevates those around him. The last piece of the puzzle, can he get over the hump and have that postseason success to really put him in that upper echelon category? Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
Off the play fake, it's Allen. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll be third down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time, he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Philadelphia.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Left side, caught by Lamb. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
15 more
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
A gain of 15.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
It's a loss of 2.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Open receiver is Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Vegas after this. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter, as they've got it with first and 10. Not much there, maybe a yard.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 8. From the gun, here is Allen. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will score! Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Eagles.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession. And they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. It's up
His kick
and
is
through.
good.
And the Eagles come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return is Dylan Loudby. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over first and
The
10.
Raiders offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, it's Love. He'll find his running back right. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
More yards.
What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made. You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. On second down, Love. That is caught side of the end zone. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Carlson now for the extra point.
After.
He's got it. And the Raiders will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14. Eagles 7.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. He'll get this out quickly to Lamb.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That's caught. It's Will Shipley. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in the second quarter.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Again, it's Allen to the air. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Throw once more. Here's Allen. This one is caught by Dotson. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
18 on the play. First down, Philadelphia.
Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. This from 30 yards out. Prater's kick is good. And the Eagles are back within 4 at 14-10.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
So 2 seconds left to play And the kick's away. He's going to elect not to bring this one out.
The
Probably a
Raiders
wise
take over
decision
first and 10
as this ball comes
at their
out to the
own
35.
35-yard line.
On first down, it's Love. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first two possessions. They'll throw on first down with Allen. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
19 yards.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. This pass right side, caught by Lamb. It's a pickup of 12. Good for an Eagles first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Allen going to throw on first and 10. Over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And they'll take this down inside the 35. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
And an Eagles first down.
Throwing again, it's Allen. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Evan Williams. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
on the ground. It's Barkley to start the drive. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I can guarantee you that interception he threw on the previous drive, that's still in the back of his mind. You got to know when to take a chance, and you got to know when to just throw the ball away and live for the next down.
It is 3rd and long. Here's Love. Now a screen set up for Barkley. A gain of 15. Well done. Facing 3rd and 14, they pick it up.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
That's caught downfield by McBride. What about that? Out of bounds, all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for the Raiders. It covers 51 yards.
Las Vegas.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, and then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do both, and when you have them, I don't blame the quarterback for looking his way.
They'll run with Barkley, and he will take this one across into the end zone. Saquon Barkley, touchdown Vegas.
Touchdown Raiders.
Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike, and it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Raiders are out to a 21-10 lead.
Eagles 10.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Britton Covey now on the return. And he's stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. From the gun, throw here for Allen. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
22 yards.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of, They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That's caught downfield by Diggs. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stumping that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's third down. To throw again, it's Allen. He's got his man. It's Diggs. 13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's going to be incomplete. Covered very stout there. That's going to bring up second down. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it'll bring up second down. To the air once more is Allen. And the Eagles are going to have first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's first and goal. First and goal. The quarterback thinks he's got a shot to take this one in himself. I think he's just a little late in his reaction and decision to turn into a runner. Defense has just enough time to get there. They stop him short of the end zone. Second and goal.
From the 2 now, here's second and goal. Shipley. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third. He puts it up, and it's caught. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Eagles. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
That's out quickly and complete. And he cannot get in. The try for 2 comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. To return, it is Zamir White. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. Here's a handoff to Barkley. So the Eagles use their first time out here. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Love. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. The defense uses its second time out here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
46-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's a design run. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense, so a 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
It's just the last thing you can afford to do, especially in this situation. Like, there's just no need to force the ball. You're playing with a lead. It's late in the game, and I know he's got a lot of confidence in his arm and he thinks he can get away with it, but that decision, it proves to be costly.
The Eagles offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Now, 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Allen. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson, and that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for an Eagles.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they have time to work with, but they have no timeouts. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. After that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On third and a couple, here's Allen. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
You could see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on third and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. Incomplete. And it'll lead to a second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down. Throwing again is Allen. That's to the left side and taken in by Diggs.
Complete to Stephon Diggs. Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 for the first down. Again, it's Allen to the air. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Allen to throw again. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Josh Allen. So this one, a win for the Raiders. They put it all together against a very difficult opponent. There are not too many people who were giving him much of a shot coming in, but they rode the energy of this home crowd, got some big plays on both sides of the ball, and they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long from Vegas.
That's a live look at us here at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, a pair of NFC foes squaring off. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the New York Giants.
Kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say so long from New York.